Let's play! Hey there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Hyrule Warriors. In between parts, I went back and I got every heart container for the first 4 missions, and I got the first one from Skyloft, simply because then Link gets his. It's a surprising amount of work to get these. Replaying the missions, even on easy, takes a surprising while. But we are now heading on to the Epilogue in the Temple of the Sacred Sword, and we have to be Link for this one. However, the recommended element is lightning, which, if you're playing through this game only through story mode, you shouldn't have a lightning element weapon. But because we have the DLC, we get to use the Ancient Spinner, which is actually one of my favorite weapons, and we shall see how it just destroys everything. We also get to see that we're just bringing everyone from every timeline together, because that has no repercussions whatsoever. But thankfully, Zelda's here to say, it's okay, I've been cool. And I was a dude, possibly. I mean, Sheik is canonically female, apparently. But does that mean she's masquerading as a female? I don't even know. That whole situation is complicated, and Lana's really sad. Because we shall see, actually. It's interesting, her story. And of course, Midna's like, yeah, can you get us up to par where you just kind of took us from every timeline? Also the fact that they have the same face. So, yep, there we go. The line that they are actually the same person split into 2. And that's something that forced the light from her heart. I think we know who it is. We shall see, though. It's pretty obvious. We shall see over here. There's another fancy CGI cutscene with, good God, that dress. People were mad when they saw it. And it is Ganondorf with his amazing new hair that is amazing. Also, that's a really creepy line. And of course, she doesn't take kindly to that because she's the type of woman who likes to be in charge. Hence her dominatrix style attacks, but the details on the outfits are really well done. I think the original outfits in this game are really cool, and I'd like to see them brought into other ones. So interestingly enough, Sia doesn't just get cast aside, she actually takes control. She goes from being the lackey to being like the Starscream, where she takes over. In fact, Starscream is pretty accurate to describe her character.
Link and his allies were reunited. Sheik was at last revealed as Zelda, relieving much worry about her fate. Meanwhile, Ganondorf had recovered 3 of his 4 spirit fragments. He chose to leave Sia's body, her usefulness at an end. Free of Ganondorf's control but tragically corrupted, Sia resolved to make Link and the Triforce hers and hers alone. Using powerful rituals to strengthen her forces, she redoubled her attacks on Hyrule. But all was not lost. Zelda directed her forces to the Temple of the Sacred Sword in search of the one thing that could save them all.
So here's the thing though, I'm not sure if they even know that the sword here is the seal for Ganondorf in the Hyrule Warriors era. So I don't know, this might not be the best idea. This mission though is quite interesting, and you shall see why in a second. But thankfully they have their Triforces back, because hey, we just got them back. That probably doesn't mean anything, just might have happened. So this mission we are going to get the Master Sword, which is actually a usable weapon and unique in that there is only one in the game. You cannot get any others, you cannot get upgrades for it, sort of. It uses the same fighting style as the Sword and Shield, but it has different properties and is a pretty good weapon, as we shall see soon enough. But of course, it wouldn't be easy to just walk in. We have to do all sorts of different stuff. As soon as this is over with. So one cool thing is, in these cutscenes, if you are wearing a costume, they will be reflected. You will see them in their costume. And for most of them, it looks good. You can get some laughs out of, you know, making Link be not Link, like the Postman or Dark Link. You can make Zelda be Ilia, which is very strange. And yes, so we have the spinner weapon, which is, as I said, one of my favorite weapons. We can, as we wait, this is very much a waiting mission to begin with. So as you can see here, we have our regular combo. I think I fully upgraded this. So that's its full combo. So it's a little less of a traveling weapon. It's still a little more like stationary than Epona. But its gimmick is that if you press the X button or in combos, you can leave behind other spinners, which then you can interact with. So certain attacks will do different things. So if we use this one, when it hits it, it causes it to be activated and spin around crazily. So you can do all sorts of crazy stuff, but we need to find these statues that apparently house the barrier things to let us get in. And as you will see, they're actually quite easy to find. Except you have to go all the way around because the doors are locked on the other ends. So here's the first one. If you take a look, oh, and ghosts have appeared. So here's the first one. It shows a butterfly and a sealed shadow part thing, which, if you know, that is Midna's hat. So this is obviously for them. Just gotta wait here until they acknowledge the fact that you're here. So there's ghost enemies. They will attack you. They will do damage. Just because they're ghosts doesn't mean they don't not have physical form. And for the hard mode Skulltula, you will need to, I think, get 2,500 kills or something. Some really high amount. And thankfully there's summoners on the inside. Well, I say thankfully for that mission, but not thankfully overall. There are summoners on the inside the temple that will keep summoning more troops for you to fight. So it's a long mission when you're going for the hard mode Skulltula. It's not terrible, but it's long. So we can show off some of the other attacks. You can, you know, kick them and use this to scooter you around. And there's this one, which has you punching the ground, leaving one. We show this one, which is my favorite. It clears out rooms so quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the same one. And I think I don't actually have it fully upgraded. So let's just see here. No, warrior info is what I want. Let's see here, warrior info. Check combos. Yeah, no, we still don't have it fully upgraded. But that's okay, because it's actually still really, really good. To the point where it's, I'd almost say broken. I'm not going to say broken because I don't think it is. So in this mission here, though, you want to, if you're playing on the hard mode, you want to find all the statues yourself. If Impa finds them, the hard mode Skulltula is gone because, hey, you need to be fast or something. And so here's the other one. It is both the fire and water medallions. So obviously, you know, you have to get the fire and water sages in here. So that's Darunia, and that is Ruto. So they'll come here on their own. It says to escort them, but they're pretty good unless they actually start asking for specific help. It says, like, you know, go help escort so-and-so, or so-and-so needs help. You can just leave it. The last one's at the very back, which I think Impa discovered it. This one is I forget which one this one is. The other one. Oh, it'd be Skyward Sword, so that would be... let's go see it so we can confirm. Yes, so there's a little ninja thing, so that's Impa's, and then you have the Goddess Blade. Why there's another goddess blade? Who knows? Might just be a replica, but that needs to obviously be Fi. So, in the meantime, while you're waiting for them, the best thing you can really do is just go on and kill as many as you can. It says to keep them safe again. They're usually good on their own, so long as you just... I can't even speak. There's not much really to do in this mission in the first part other than just kill and kill, which makes it a fun mission if you're racking up the kills. Summoners you have to worry about, because they will, well, summon big troops, which can do damage to you and them. So as you can see there, Impa's actually fighting the, a health bar dude. And yeah, she'll hold up well on her own. The only problem is it's easy to get overwhelmed. So you just want to go around and make sure everyone's doing well. If you see any rocks, this is what I've learned. I didn't actually know that in these missions that heart containers are most likely to be under rocks. So if you see a rock, blow it up. If there's a treasure chest inside, it might just be a heart container. Wasn't here. I think the chests appear regardless, but only if it's meant for the character that will it actually be the heart container. So, and unlike Epona, the spinner does not do damage when you're just traveling around, which sort of makes sense. I mean, it would still hurt to run into. It is a spinning thingy, and spinning thingies do hurt. But no, like this, it's a fun weapon, and I really enjoy it. It is in my mind worth for the amiibo. You can use either Link or Toon Link's amiibo, which isn't out yet, but it should be fairly quickly. And actually, I have my Zelda amiibo, like, at the post office. I went to go pick it up yesterday, and what happened was there was like 50 people there, and only an hour till closing. So we thought it's not going to go over well. But yeah, no, so Zelda's coming, so that means I will get level 4 and 5 weapons every day, which is really nice. I did the amiibos off screen in the morning, and I got one white sword and rupees, really. Lots of rupees from Mario. He gave me 50,000, which is quite nice. So Darunia's back on his path. He's going down there. He should be good on his own. I see some troops up here, though, that may be blocking these people. So kill the summoner. It's cool, though. Fighting these ghost troops, I think you only fight them in this mission. You might fight them in more missions for adventure mode. I'm not sure. Again, I actually got to most of adventure mode, but the problem was, like, you get to a point where you actually get really stuck, because I'm not sure what order they expect you to do it in. I think they expect you to, before going to adventure mode, level up by playing through hard mode, legend mode, and getting the gold sculptulas. Possibly? I'm not really sure. So it's in the end, it all comes down to what you think works best. Like, it will be hard even if you're max level, because of the fact that you can't get hit, have to get a certain number of KOs every map, and, you know, do all that stuff. But we will get to adventure mode in a bit. It'd be nice too, though, because I want to get those extra weapons and all that fun stuff. Let's blow up this rock, or not. So that one's there. This is nothing. That's a weapon. Weapons are nice. So all those things are open. That must mean the doors are gonna open, right? I mean, that's the logical thing. Well, you actually have to wait for them to be activated. I don't think it should take long. There we go. Mission successful. And of course, it makes a triangle, because everything in this game is triangles. That's just how the game is. You know, Zelda is triangles. So you can guard on this. Every character has a unique guard animation. Some of them look very strange. Oh, yay, more ghost forces. So now that they're inside the temple, though, they will continually summon them, because you can't actually kill their summoners, because you can't reach them. But they can jump out through ledges. So you just kind of want to have to kill everyone. And I said, at this point, you can totally grind here, because they will be coming forever. So we have to kill the commander. Who might this commander be? We shall see. Actually, just twist. I'm going to spoil it ahead of time, because you can totally look at this and be like, okay, there's Lana. It's all those guys. Oh, wait, no. Oh, she mustn't be here yet. Never mind that. Ignore me if you haven't played this game. And if you have, you're probably like yelling at me because you know that it happens at a certain point and not just from the beginning. Oh, right here. So like as soon as she said that, I'm like, wait, something's up with Lana. I'm like, that's not a very Lana thing to say. I mean, mind you, that might actually be a reference to in Link's Awakening, where if you attack the Cuckoos with Marin, sometimes she'll be like, instead of getting mad at you, she'll be like, yes, do it more, which is utterly hilarious, if very out of character. Could it be that she too was not actually herself for that moment? Gasp. Plot twists. It's like the greatest everything. Soap opera, that's the word. I lived in multiple houses, like, I say lived, but it's more like, you know, had to stay at. Multiple houses where, can I turn the volume up? Multiple houses where soap operas were a thing that were watched quite a bit. And I gotta say, I don't really get the appeal at all. That's a rock we haven't broke. Shall we see if that's it? I hear the noises. There we go. Nice. So yes, let us continue though. They will keep summoning them. You're supposed to kill every summoner, I'm pretty sure. And then eventually it'll be like, something's not right. We shall see what that something that is not right truly is. Hey Lana, what's up? You're just guarding? Oh no, you're not Lana! Gasp! You're actually not yourself. We shall see who you are though. I wonder if it's that crazy cross-dresser again. Might just be. So as you can see here, the spinner is actually very good for one-on-one combat. You can set up like traps like these, and you can actually knock them into each other and do all sorts of craziness. Like look at this, I've set up these spinning traps of death that will constantly combo her. It's a little more strategic, which I like. You do have to worry about placements. It's sort of like a trap character in a fighting game, except not. It's okay though, because here's the amazing guard break animation where he just summons a whole bunch of statues and then just to break them. And the super involves hitting all these. That has really good range. It will go quite a ways in front of you. So yeah, no, spinner, it's a very good weapon. I'm not a big fan of its upgraded ones design-wise. I think they are very boring looking. You'll see though. And you can see like that fist slam, what it did instead of sending them spinning, actually sent them forward and leaving shockwaves. So, as we'll see though, this is not Lana, this is actually Wizro. He likes to cross-dress quite a bit. It's a thing. I mean, hey, that's cool. I'm not saying I get it, but if he likes it, that's fine. It's not hurting anyone except for us, in which case I wish he would stop, but whatever. Okay, so the statues are all good, and the temple should open momentarily. I hope. Yes, it shall. First off, let's take this key, because you'd be surprised how close this is and helpful it is to have. Okay, though, so now we can actually take down those summoners, though, because they are just keep on summoning. I mean, I know that's their job. They're probably 3 stars in it, and they might even be able to summon Ifrit. That's a Final Fantasy joke. I was gonna go play Final Fantasy 2 for this, for the break, which is happening right now, I guess. Oh, hey, look! Red enemies! I wonder where these guys have came from. Well, actually, we know, because the ghost soldiers actually aren't bad. They were just being controlled. So instead, what we want to do, though, now is we need to get into the inner base, which we shall do by taking all these. And as you can see here, this one here, this attack, the spinning charging thing, which you do after the jump, which is really easy to time because the jump takes a while. It's is really good. It's really good. A lot of characters usually have one attack that is really good for taking down just hordes of enemies, and you will just end up spamming it in bases. I mean, I know for one, Sia has one where she stomps a shockwave, and that shockwave will literally just it goes the length of the entire base. So it's really good. And you will, you know, spamming them in this game isn't bad. The only problem is if you spam too much, you will get careless, just because that's how the sort of gameplay style is. You know, you have to always be on edge. You can't be careless, because it's like not so much for these missions. I mean, I think Link has 2 bottles right now, so I can recover so much. But definitely for later ones, you really don't want to lose that health to begin with. That's okay. We're still doing good. So yes, fire air Alphos, not a problem. The air Alphos, they're annoying, but the fact that you actually do decent damage even when they're in the air and guarding makes them quite bearable. And the, you know, hook shot on them, that brings them down. I don't think it works on the fiery air Alphos, because I think I tried it and it didn't work, but that's okay. We got a sealed weapon though. I wonder what it shall be. I actually don't know. But here we have our good friend the Gibdos. Thankfully, I don't think we've run into the flaming Gibdos yet, have we? They're annoying. So yeah, no, I had to replay basically every mission twice almost to get all the heart containers, and was it really worth it? I mean, for the heart containers that give you a whole new heart, I'd say yes. But for the heart pieces, it felt like a lot of work for something you need 4 of. So it's like, I'm gonna get them all, just because I need to actually start completionisting this game. Which I know, I've watched the completionist review and he said to not, because hey, you will be there forever. Let's use our spirit focus gauge. Especially because each adventure map is giant. Like, they get really big. So yeah, you can do a lot of damage with the spinner weapon, and it does good damage, even though it gets a lot of hits. Normally ones that get lots of hits don't do the best damage, but no, this one for sure, it actually has a very high damage output also, especially this one. Like, your heavy attacks are the ones that you actually want to try and kill with. You can get surprising amounts of kills with them, even if you're not thinking you will. Sometimes you just end up killing like big boss enemies that you don't expect to, just from it. And here's his finisher. It's cool. It's funny though, like, it's such a Warriors thing for just have characters summon like a thing to use it with. It's, I mean, they have to think really hard for the moveset, and I gotta say, I bet you thinking up this moveset for this would be the most fun thing. So you can just be like, what if he puts it on his fist and slams it into the ground? It's like, yes, that's perfect. I know I love seeing the fighting game concepts for special moves. Skullgirls has some amazing ones. You know, you should go check it out, because there's some that are just so interesting, some that are amazing references, some that are amazing original ideas that never get put in just due to time or due to stuff. But yeah, the door is open. So of course we're going to run in there after we just kill a few more, because hey, we can. Let's get up to at least 2,000. I think you have to kill the 2,000 before the door opens. That's the hard mode Skulltula for this one, which again we will be getting. Those will might be done off screen. I might fast forward. We'll see. But yes, the Master Sword's here. Let's go grab it. I mean, mind you, we're on a spinner, so, but spinner plus Master Sword would be awesome. Sadly, we can't do that. But there we go, the Master Sword. It is beautiful. Very good weapon, too. Oh, but Wizro's here, and he's going to try and stop us. But don't you know this is the Blade of Evil's Bane, meaning evil does not affect it. Also, I bet you Fi will look at that and just be like, oh god, that's what I turn out as? Man, I should watch my weight. But I think yes, so it switches you to the weapon regardless. Which is cool. Oh god, he grabbed me. You want to wait? Ah, didn't wait that well. It does have the same moveset as the Sword and Shield. You can't really see it now because I lost some health, but if you're at full health, it will shoot sword beams. And the sword beams are your friend. It will shoot them for almost every attack, which is insane. As I said, it works the exact same function-wise as the just Sword and Shield. Difference being, though, that you will get different, like, you will get these sword beams. Where did he go? Oh, I forgot. He runs away to the opposite end and then attacks you. So, let's run there. As you can see, we're at full health now. We get sword beams. Or not. Possibly because we don't have it fully upgraded? Huh. I guess not. Yeah, that should be a sword beam, but... Oh, I think you actually have to get it later in the story is the thing. So there's dark forces everywhere, so obviously we have to stop them. Because they're bad. This isn't a base. I thought this was a base. So the whole thing with the Master Sword, though, is that it is right now probably going to be your strongest weapon. It has 300 attack, which, you know, compared to what I think our actual strongest weapon before it has 180. So, you know, that's quite a difference. But because of that, it will never get stronger normally. Like, you will never get another one. It is set. There's only one Master Sword in the game. You can't do anything with it. It is there. You can get it upgraded once, and that will make it the strongest weapon in the game with 500. But to do that, you have to get every single weapon in the game and then get 25,000 kills, which is a lot considering most maps you get 2,000. So you can upgrade it, and then after that you can actually get that. I think it's called the Blade of Evil's Bane or Evil's Bane upgrade. You can later on get that for other weapons too, and you will also have to get the Okay, so we need to go to Wizro because he's being a bad guy. You can later get that for the other weapons, but you will need to get the full upgrades for them as well as the 25,000 kills. And here's actually the attack I couldn't show off. It is one of his strong finishers. It has him using it as like a battering ram, which is really good. Otherwise, though, it is the same as Sword and Shield, so don't worry about, you know, having to change your style. Wizro is down, though. Boom, baby. That's actually it. Wow. Okay. I thought there was more to the mission. Probably because we might be coming back here later. Oh, hint, hint. But yeah, no. So we have the Master Sword, and so we need... Sia is at the Temple of Souls. Where is that? We shall see in a little bit. Now, but there comes a problem with the Master Sword, though. We shall figure it out soon enough. This game, I like that it actually takes and experiments a bit with even, like, the Zelda story. For instance, Ganondorf doesn't just immediately cast Sia aside after the first part and be like, I'm done with you. No, Sia's like, no, you're not. I'm gonna be still doing stuff. So, because of that, you know, I mean, whenever Ganondorf appears in the story, he always takes over. But not so much here. Mind you, they did also do that with Link Between Worlds, but the games are developed concurrently, so it doesn't really count. And then, as we'll see with the Master Sword too, oh, we got the Glittering Rapier. That is the level 2 version of Zelda's weapon, which is nice to have. We got one of that. Ooh, we got an Enhanced Spinner. That is the Tier 2 spinner with a, I didn't show this off before, but that is a 3,000 kill required ability to unlock. If it's 1,000, it's usually going to be boring stuff like, it might be require you to get, no. If it's for 1,000 kills, it's going to be something like it upgrades your boomerang or lets you use the boomerang longer. If it's 3,000, it's usually something better. There's ones that are like, make it so you can sometimes get a one-hit kill on enemies, which is quite nice. There's EXP Plus and Rupees Plus and all those really good ones. We got a Twilight opponent. There's EXP Plus on her, 150. We got a level 1 Magic Hammer and a 3-star Polished Rapier. Very nice. And we get all these things and a piece of the Grand Puzzle of Life, which is nice. But yes, next part, we will be heading to the Temple of Souls. Again, we have to be Link for this one. I also think you have to use the Master Sword. So, ooh, we can upgrade Zelda's weapon, though, here. So she has a fully upgraded Dominion Rod, which is a DLC weapon we shall be showing eventually. Upgrade Impa. That's Midna. Why do I keep calling her Impa? A lot of the names sound the same, which is annoying. You know, you got Impa, Midna, Sia, Lana. They all end with A. Mind you, that just might be a Zelda. Mind you, it might just be the Japanese language and how it always has to end with a vowel, and it's kind of a direct translation almost. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, their Japanese names are the same. I don't think any character really in here gets a really changed name, which is cool. But, yes. In the next part, we'll be heading to the Temple of Souls on another original area, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have a whole bunch of callbacks. We have to play as Link with the Master Sword because, as we will see, something is not right with the weapon. Now, we'll see you all next time. Ciao.